Hi, today we will explain a romance drama film, The Cashback. Released in 2006, spoiler alert. Sit tight and enjoy the movie recap. Now let's start our daily recap dose. The main character of the movie, Ben, has a youthful appearance and is always polite to those around him. However, this demeanor masks a more sinister side to his personality. Ben possesses the power to stop time, which he uses to his advantage in order to undress women and create paintings of them. From public areas to shopping centers and even movie theaters, Ben takes advantage of every opportunity to freeze women and capture their naked images. Despite this, Ben's past was far from this unethical behavior. He was once a regular guy with a loving girlfriend and a bright future ahead of him. The movie takes us back to 5 weeks prior, where everything started to go awry. Ben is depicted in an argument with his girlfriend, Suzy, who insults him and calls him a failure. Fed up with her behavior, Ben decides to end the relationship, which only incites Suzy even more. In a fit of rage, she hurls objects at him as time seems to slow down for Ben. After their breakup, Suzy moves on quickly and finds comfort in another man. Ben spots them together in the college cafeteria and becomes overwhelmed with emotions. To ease his mind, he enrolls in art classes, which he has been interested in since he was a child. His natural talent for painting is showcased as he effortlessly creates stunning portraits. Much to the amazement of his teacher, Ben has honed his skills in creating ultra-realistic human portraits. Despite his artistic success, his nights are plagued with turmoil. He finds it impossible to move on from his breakup with Suzy, and the memories of her haunt him every time he closes his eyes. As a result, he becomes an insomniac, unable to get even an hour of sleep. The thoughts of his ex-girlfriend are slowly driving him into depression. In a moment of desperation, Ben reaches out to Suzy and pleads with her to return to him, apologizing for the mistakes he made and promising to never hurt her again. Unfortunately, Suzy denies his request and hangs up the phone, sending Ben further into despair. He tries to distract himself during the day by reading, watching movies, and traveling, but when the night arrives, his insomnia returns, making it difficult for him to focus on anything else. To cope with his insomnia, Ben begins to take random walks in the dark. One night, he stumbles upon a job posting for a night shift worker at a local supermarket. Seeing it as a way to pass the time and make some money, he applies for the job and lands the position after a successful interview with the manager, Jenkins. Ben feels hopeful for the first time in a long while and believes that his life is about to change for the better. As he adjusts to his new job, he observes how his coworkers find ways to pass the time. Sharon, the cashier, has a unique approach where she hides the clock with various objects to avoid looking at the time. On the other hand, there's Barry Brickman, a mischievous colleague who, along with his friend Matt Stevens, play pranks on female customers by slipping adult toys into their shopping bags. Some customers are shocked while others choose to keep the items as a souvenir. Of all the night shift workers, Jenkins, the boss, is the only one who doesn't seem to mind the time. He spends hours boasting about his wealth and success, and time flies when he starts talking. However, Ben has the most unusual way of passing the time. In his depression, he disassociates from reality and uses his powers to freeze time and his surroundings. Instead of using this opportunity for criminal or unethical behavior, Ben simply uses it to further develop his artistic skills. As a lover of the female form, he chooses random customers, undresses them, and draws portraits of them. He has no inappropriate intentions, just a desire to keep his passion for art alive. Once he finishes his artwork, he dresses the customers and snaps his fingers to unfreeze time. Ben's life has taken a new turn. He may not be proud of it, but he's no longer the depressive and unstable person he once was. Gradually, he's distancing himself from Suzy and spending more time with his childhood friend Sharon. Sean couldn't be more different from Ben, as his only goal is to sleep with as many women as possible. He's been to every strip club in the city. One night while working the night shift, Ben runs into the cashier Sharon in the locker room. He has feelings for her but can't muster up the courage to tell her. During their conversation, Sharon takes a bite of his sandwich and a piece of pickle gets stuck to her cheek. She tries to remove it, but Ben steps in to help, creating an awkward yet charming moment between them. As Sharon leaves, Ben wishes he could freeze the moment, but by the time he comes back to reality, she's already gone. Later, Matt surprises him from one of the stalls, announcing he's going to the movies with Sharon. The news of Sharon going to the movies with Matt breaks Ben's heart and he can't help but question his luck in life. He then reflects on his school days and recalls his first love. She was the smartest girl in class and beloved by all. One day, she got into an accident and had to wear a cast, which her classmates wrote encouraging messages on. Ben wanted to write something too, but was too nervous to approach her. Eventually, the cast was removed and it was revealed that she had grown hair on that arm, causing her classmates to make fun of her. Ben came to her rescue, consoling her and telling her that he would always be there for her. They became friends and eventually lovers. One day, she asked Ben if he wanted to kiss her, and without hesitation, he said yes. They made plans to meet at their favorite spot over the weekend, and Ben was so excited to have his first kiss. He couldn't sleep for the next few days and arrived at the spot early on the weekend. Sadly, the girl never showed up to their meeting spot, leaving Ben heartbroken. The next day at school, he found out that she had moved to another city with her family. This was the first time he experienced such feelings of helplessness and depression. Back to the present, Jenkins gathers his employees for a friendly football match with his friends, but the supermarket team loses heavily with a score of 260. Frustrated, Ben freezes time and goes to the locker room to calm down. He realizes that he is not the only one with this ability when a guy runs out after unfreezing himself. Eventually, Ben unfreezes time and snaps his fingers, causing time to return to its normal flow. During the heat of the moment, Matt kicks the ball and it ends up hitting Jenkins in the face, resulting in him being taken to the hospital. All of the other teammates go home, leaving Ben and Sharon alone. Sharon and Ben stop by a diner to get to know each other better. During their conversation, Ben discovers that Sharon is actually single and that Matt was just playing a joke. Sharon shares her aspirations with Ben, revealing that she has always wanted to meet a painter to see the true beauty of things. As they chat, it becomes evident that there is chemistry between them. After their date, Ben walks Sharon home and clumsily botches their first kiss by pecking her on the cheek instead of the lips. The following day, Jenkins, whose appearance is disfigured, announces that he will be hosting a birthday party. Sharon invites Ben to accompany her as her date, to which he happily agrees. Jenkins later summons the boys to his office and assigns them different tasks for the party preparations. Ben is tasked with hiring a stripper for the party, which he has never done before. However, he knows someone who can assist him. He turns to his best friend Sean for help, promising to take him to the party if they succeed in their task. The duo then visits a local club, where Sean, using his expertise, hires a girl for the party. The next morning, Ben gets a call from an anonymous man, who claims to be an art aficionado. He has an art gallery in the city, and wants to have some of Ben's work in it. This delights the latter, as for the first time in his life, someone has appreciated his art. Unbeknownst to Ben, he received a prank call from Barry and Matt. On the night of the party, Ben picks up Sharon, excited to tell her about an opportunity to display his artwork with a popular organization. However, upon arrival at the party, they are met with chaos, including Sean's rejection, Matt and Barry's strange dance moves, and Jenkins on the DJ. Ben spots his ex-girlfriend, Suzy, who is also Jenkins' brother's girlfriend. Meanwhile, Sean forms a connection with a stripper. In the bathroom, Suzy tries to reconcile with Ben, but he pushes her back when she kisses him. Sharon witnesses the incident and leaves without hearing Ben's explanation. He later tries to talk to Sharon but is met with anger, causing him to spiral into depression. Ben is then pranked again when he goes to the supposed art gallery appointment and discovers it was a hoax. However, the gallery owner takes notice of Ben's sketches of Sharon and offers him a display. Sharon receives an invitation to the display and is shocked to see that each artwork is about her. In the end, Sharon and Ben finally meet and Ben tries to explain what happened on the night of the party, but Sharon says that it's not necessary as she has realized how much he loves her just by looking at his paintings. The two share a romantic kiss in the art gallery room, and in the final scene, Ben uses his powers to freeze everything, allowing Sharon to move with him in the frozen world. They venture outside into the snow, surrounded by suspended snowflakes, and share one last kiss as lovebirds. The end. Thanks for watching our daily recap dose. To help us grow, like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon to never miss an update.